It's 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night. You've had a long, brutal day at work, back to back meeting, emails never stop, people asking you for things you already sent, but you've been holding on all day because you know what's waiting for you. Your favorite RPG game, the one that you've been dying to get back into all day. So finally, you're home, you're free, no more responsibilities for the night, you're ready to relax. And yet, instead of grabbing the controller, you fall into the couch. You start unlocking your phone. One scroll turns into five. Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, you name it. An hour passes, and then another, and then another. And then suddenly it's almost bedtime. And then you start to think, is it even worth starting the game now? You sigh, and then you just keep scrolling. The thing that you look forward to doing all day, what happened? It didn't happen. Not because something came up, not because you weren't in the mood, because somehow the couch won. So why did that happen? Why do we sabotage the things that we want to do? Why does gaming, something that we love, start to feel like a chore at the end of the day? And more importantly, how do we fix this problem? This isn't a personal flaw. You're not lazy at all. You're not losing your passion for games either. You're not broken, but something happened under the surface, something that a lot of us start to recognize as we get older. This is one of the exact scenarios that came up back when I was getting back into gaming. So this subject hit home for me. This exact scenario happens to me often. And when I realize I'm starting to do the same patterns, I finish work, I tell myself I'm going to play something, and then I spiral into endless scrolling. And then once I started noticing it, I couldn't unsee it. It wasn't just a once in a while. If you're not careful, this really does become a pattern of habit. For you, it may be the TV. Maybe it's checking Amazon, poking through random folders on your desktop, browsing music, but it's all the same outcome. Gaming gets pushed aside for something easier. The reason for this? These distractions are passive. They require nothing. No energy, no effort, no commitment. They're just frictionless. Gaming, even when it's something you love, can feel a little bit like work when your brain is already done for the day. So yeah, we could say that we're just tired, but it doesn't tell the full story at all. Because this doesn't just happen with complex, high-stake games like Dark Souls. It happens with cozy games, low-stress ones like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. Honestly, this can happen with any game. So that's when I realized this isn't about energy at all. It's about perception. Because your brain doesn't measure actual difficulty, it measures anticipated effort. And when you're mentally drained and your brain starts to overestimate how hard things are going to be, it's not that you can't play, it's that your brain convinces you that it's not worth the energy. And there's science to actually back this up. In 2022, researchers in France studied this exact same thing. They found that people who spent their day doing mentally exhausting tasks didn't perform worse at all, but their preferences definitely shift. They started choosing quicker, low effort rewards instead of the ones that took time or focus, not because they were lazy, because their brain started to reallocating energy like a battery in low power mode. Your brain isn't warning you, it's subtly redirecting you. You're not conscious of it at all, but it's there. And that leads to another concept, emotional forecasting. Psychologists call it affective forecasting. We imagine future joy, future motivation, future energy, but we're really bad at predicting what future us will actually want. So when you picture yourself playing a game after work, you imagine a fun and excitement escape. But then when the time comes, your real mood doesn't match that vision. And when the mood doesn't align with the mental image, boom, there it is, the resistance. So we default to something easier, something that doesn't challenge that emotional mismatch. It also doesn't help that we also deal with friction, not just mental, but physical friction. A cluttered desk, a dead controller, a console that needs to update, or maybe it's something simple as the controller not even being reasonable. Back in college, I bought Dance Dance Revolution and I had a pro mat and all. I was super hyped up and I was into it. But after a few sessions, I had to keep moving the chairs, rolling up the mat, putting it in the closet, and then all the cleanup after I knocked stuff over. And guess what happened? After a week, I think maybe even less, the setup wasn't just enough friction to kill the habit, and I told myself I just lost interest in it. But in reality, I just made it too hard to start. Behavioral psychologists call this activation energy, and the higher that energy is, the less likely you are to do something. So how do we lower that bar? First, we got to reduce the friction. Make your gaming setup easy to access. Leave your game suspended. Charge your gear ahead of time. Leave your controller visible and inviting. Next, separate your gaming space from your chill space. For me, moving my console to my desk away from my TV was a major game changer. It created a mental boundary for me. Couch equals passive, desk equals gaming. Then create a ritual. You don't need incense or candles. You just need something that signals I'm switching modes. Comfortable clothes, a quick snack or water bottle, turning on your favorite gaming lights or ambient lamps. For me, it's putting on my glasses and putting on my favorite shorts. The final steps, once they're on, I'm in the full gaming zone. If you still feel resistance from any of that, try the 2-minute rule. Just commit to starting. Just boot up the game and play it for 2 minutes. Most of the time, you'll keep going because the hardest part is just showing up at all. And if you're still not feeling it after you start the game, keep a low effort game in your back pocket. Something like Vampire Survivors or Power Wash Simulators if you're into that. Or Animal Crossing, doesn't matter. Whatever floats your boat and gives you a chill title to just zone out to. Give yourself an easy win and a reward after work. It's a way back into gaming because if you love gaming, but you feel stuck lately, like it's hard to start the game, this isn't a sign to quit at all. It's a sign to just readjust your life. Gaming should be a joy, not an obligation. So just take a deep breath, find your rhythm, and build that bridge between who you are when you're stressed and who you are when you're finally playing your favorite games. If this helped, drop a like and hit that notification bell for the next video and share your own tricks in the comments. If you want to catch me live on Twitch, I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 9:30 Eastern time. Remember guys, start small, be kind to yourself, stay consistent, and above all else, stay alpha. I'll catch you in the next video.